My name's Chippy. Thanks for tuning in to umpcportal.com and ultrabook.com video channel on YouTube. This is probably the last video of 2013, so the next time you'll see me on YouTube is probably 2014. So it's quite appropriate that I've got a very special device here this evening that I've bought myself. So there's not a loaner, there's no promotion going on here. This is going to be warts and all. It's the Toshiba Encore WT8. If you don't know what that is, it's a Windows 8.1 inch, Windows 8 inch tablet running Windows 8.1, of course, on the Baytrail platform. The reason that's significant is that I started blogging in 2006 under my carrypad.com domain. Carrypad was actually something I'd written about in Biro in 2005 about a device that I needed to work between a phone and a laptop. 2 weeks after I launched that blog, the Origami project announced the first UMPCs, that's ultramobile PCs, and I want to show you something. This is one of the first ones to come out, and we'll do some comparisons when I unbox this. But this is a 7-inch Windows tablet with an 800 by 480 screen. It's got resistive touch, it's got a spinning hard drive, 1 gigs of RAM, weighs about 1 kilo, has about 2 hours of battery life, and it's goddamn thick. And of course, Windows XP Tablet Edition wasn't exactly that exciting in terms of social networking and video, but this one couldn't even play back HD videos. Did have 3G though, but so it's really interesting that end of 2013 we're finally seeing the coming together of a good multi-mode operating system which can offer touch, social, entertainment, along with a bit of business, a bit of work, a bit of productivity in the Windows desktop. And I think when we look back, you look back at some of those videos, 2006, 2007, 2008, Intel's MIDs, which were exactly the phablets of today, you'll see that the idea was right. Sorry, Steve Jobs was wrong. The 7-inch device was perfect. It was the device that fits in the hand. It fits nicely between the large format phones we have today and what could be a desktop or a full-powered laptop or an ultrabook like this that you take with you all the time. Sorry, that you use as your main PC. So, okay, that's just wanted to say that, and in fact what I'll do is I'll open a bottle of beer to celebrate after this. But first let's open this. So it's going to be a full unboxing. Any of you that are into UMPCs, you won't mind hanging around and seeing exactly what's going on here. If you're not into small form factor tablets, if you're not into Windows 8.1, I would really encourage you to take another look. The App Store is getting better. 8.1 really is helping. These devices have great battery life and really are very, very usable. There's very little difference now between an Android tablet and an iPad and one of these tablets in terms of performance and battery life. Intel cracked it. So there's what we see first, and it's a little bit about the accessories. We've got a stand case, touchscreen pen. Now that's a capacitive touchscreen pen. It's not a digitizer. What do we got here? Oh, a sleeve. So that looks quite nice. That hardened sleeve. Yeah, available. Well, in 4 different colours, but I don't know where the colour bit comes into that. Anyway, that's some accessories. I wanted to see keyboard on that, but anyway. So I bought this in Europe, so we've got European plug. It's a wall wart, and this is nice to see. We saw this first last year with the Lenovo Lynx. Could be charged by USB. So that was the first PC that could ever be charged by micro USB. But these, obviously, I think they're high current, probably a 2 amp output on this. Yes, 2 amp output on this. Probably a good 1 to 1.5 amps current being used to charge it. But you could charge this tablet off a PC. You could charge it off, your standard extended batteries for your phones. Right. This is the tablet itself. But first, let's just have a quick look. See what we've got here. We've got. Isn't this funny? That's it. So this is a PC. You just got that. Now let's open it. So we've had hands-on with this. I had hands-on with this at IFA September, and I quite liked it. So there we are. I'm just going to bring in a 7-inch Android tablet now. So you'll see that there is quite a bit of size difference there between the 7 and the 8 inches. Now that probably means you won't be able to stuff it in your back pocket. I'm just going to test that now. I don't think it's going to fit at all. No, that's not going to fit in. That's quite a shame actually. If you're like me and you're around the house in different locations and you're looking after kids, sticking a tablet in your back pocket is quite a nice way to carry around some connectivity. Right, let's have a look at the ports. Now, a lot of these are much the same, and when I say a lot of these, I mean there's 5 now that have been launched. We've got on-off switch, power there, and this is quite a nice, nicely finished device, I have to say. And I think it's plastic, but it's well finished. There's nothing. Stereo speakers down there, and then on this side we've got micro SIM, and then on top, I know this is a little bit important, the Dell Venue 8 Pro doesn't have HDMI, but this has micro HDMI and the USB port. Now, I believe that's a USB 2 port, which is quite a shame because this docking station over here is a USB 3 display link docking station. You plug one cable in and you drive a screen, a keyboard, a mouse, a hard drive, etc, etc, audio and all sorts of stuff. So we will try this with that. In fact, I'll probably try this on this video just to see if it works. So it's not as light as some of these really light 7-inch devices, and this is a 2013 era tablet, also on a Windows Intel x86, but it does feel quite nice. And actually that screen size, you know, I'm thinking you could get some hotel work done with that. There's no doubt about that. And you know, I've got a little keyboard. Let me go and get that. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna get the keyboard because this is the sort of setup. This is the sort of setup live. No editing on this video. This is the sort of setup you could potentially have. All right. So that's a Bluetooth keyboard there, and you can have this on a stand. I don't have a stand to hand, but you can imagine the sort of setup you could have in a hotel there. Right, let's see if we've got any power in here, and as it's booting I'll tell you what's inside. We've got Baytrail. Which version have we got? We've got the, well, it's the 3 series. It's the 3740 Quad-Core 1.34 gigahertz. Yeah, 1.34 gigahertz. 2 gigs of RAM, and that's the max that these Baytrail T devices will take. 2 gigs of RAM. We've got SSD in here, but it's not quite the SSD you'll find in normal PCs, so it's not via a SATA interface. It's like most tablets these days. It's eMMC soldered on board and a little bit slow. We'll test the disk speeds on this. Certainly compared to this old chugger of 2006, this is going to be blindingly fast, but is it going to be fast enough to make a nice smooth Windows experience? Damn, I've only got German region on this. I'll have to download a new region, and I'll have to download a new language pack on this. But let's just we'll call this the this is the WT8 Brat. That's what we're going to call it. 1 second. WT8. Windows 8.1 pre-installed. Let me get this. Oh, Wi-Fi looks pretty good. Just picked up 2 hotspots there. One of them is about 2 walls away, and it looked like it was a strong signal there, unless that was just a standard GIF they were using to indicate that they found something. Right, that's going to connect. You've got in here USB 3 in the Baytrail platform. It looks like they're only bringing out USB 2 on here. That is quite annoying because it is a USB 3 capable platform. For home, yes. Oh dear, I'll have to do all this afterwards. I'm just taking the default settings, right? So we've got an 8-inch 1200 by 800 screen. I'm just double checking over on the specs there. It weighs 480 grams, and this is the 64 gigabyte storage version. So you've got the micro SD slot there, so you could stick another, what, 64 gigs in there with all your videos and your music on. And I think that's pretty much it. We've got beamforming mics on this. If you look on the top, it's got dual array mics, which hopefully would help to do noise reduction. I assume they do some sort of noise reduction in this direction for Skype. We've got a headset port on there as well. Bluetooth 4, BGN Wi-Fi, no AC, and I'm not sure if it's dual channel. If it's, it's definitely 2.5, 2.4 gigahertz, but let's see if it does 5 gigahertz as well. And it should do wide-eye as well. 8 megapixel autofocus camera, so that'll be interesting to test. Stereo speakers, there's a front cam of 2 megapixels, GPS inside, IPS display, ambient light sensor, all the usual stuff. So I'm going to log into my come on, where's the I'm going to log into my Microsoft Live account right now. We'll see how long it takes to. Oh, that German keyboard is killing me. That's my password if you want to know it. Got it? Right. Logging into what? Ah. Just going to get an SMS from Microsoft now. Why? Breaking news. What's that? The rescue rush to London. What's happened in London? Breaking news. Balcony. Oh, theatre balcony collapsed in London. Collapsed. The Apollo. Jesus, I know that theatre. Okay. Back to this, because this is not supposed to be a live news session. Where is the authentication? Okay, well, we'll just code. Where's the code coming from? Where's the code coming to me from? Okay, let's get an SMS. No. Hey, it's the first time I've used this. It's the app authenticator. So under Windows Phone 8 you can get the app authenticator. You got your account, and then what can you do? You can I think just put the code in that's there right now. It's like the old secure ID cards. Oh, the code just changed. Yeah, it's like secure ID 757. So I can give you this authentication code, and it's gone in a few seconds. It will change, so that's it. No one else can use that. Right. Okay. It's asking me if I want to install. This is the first time I've done a Windows 8.1 from scratch. It's now asking me whether I want to use another one of my Windows 8 devices as a model for this. So do I want to install the apps that are on my W510? Yes, I do. So now that's going to install all the apps that are on my W510. Also on here, it's also going to put configuration for favorites on there. What else? I hope it configures my Bing News app and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to start again right now, and what I'll do is I'll just pause this this video, and we'll come back when that's booted. Right, we are back. We are ready to go, and I can see my apps are installed. Before we go further with this, I want to tell you one thing that's quite important right now. These guys that gave me this shirt, that's Ben Saunders and Taka Lepinier from the Scott exhibition, have just passed the halfway point on their expedition to the South Pole in terms of days. Now, they haven't reached the South Pole yet because it takes a lot longer to get there up here with all their stuff than it does to get back, but it's looking good. The reason why I'm following these guys is because they have taken Ultrabooks with them, and they've been using them for 55 days with solar power to generate videos, blog posts, Facebook stuff, content, and they're doing really well. And this is one of the first times we've seen a laptop go onto the South Pole with that much connectivity and that much solar capability. So watch out. I interviewed this guy as well, and it's pretty amazing. So Ben Saunders, the Scott Exhibition Ultrabook, search for that and you'll find the interview. Well done, Ben and Tark, for sort of getting past the halfway point in terms of days. And it seems appropriate that we open a bottle of beer because we have got the WT8 up and running, and I wish to celebrate because it's been 7 years since I started blogging and started thinking about these sort of devices, and it's happening. So cheers, thank you Microsoft, thank you Intel. And that feels good because it's a Kristallweizen von Erdinger. Highly recommended. Right then, what are we going to do with the tablet now? Right, the first thing I want to try and do, this is something that's just been in my head, and I think it's a great demo because this is the Belkin USB Display Link dock, right? It drives screens, audio, it drives gigabit Ethernet and a load of USB ports. So when I get an adapter, the adapter, where's the adapter? Should be in here. That is a cable from the Acer W510 USB micro to, as you can see, a normal sort of micro port. Now I can't guarantee this is going to work, and it'll be fun if it blows it up, won't it? Well, at least it's my device. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're simply going to plug it into this USB dock. Although this is a USB 3 dock, it is USB 2 compatible. I know it's going to look a bit funny, but if it works, it'll be worth it. So, bang. All I'm going to do is that, right? I'm going to switch to the desktop. At least it didn't blow it up. It's detected something. And what I hope is now happening is that it's downloading the Display Link drivers. And if we're really, really lucky, we should be able to drive, well, it will automatically pick up the screen, the keyboard, the mouse, the gigabit Ethernet that's connected here, the audio port as well. Now, it's working, it is installing the drivers, and what I'm going to do is bring the camera over to show you what's happening there. There we go. As you can see, it's installing drivers right now. Now, this might take a little while. There's quite a lot of stuff to download, quite a few drivers to install. So obviously, the Display Link driver for the DVI port there, the audio driver, the gigabit Ethernet driver, the hub driver, etc., etc. So we'll let that run through and come back to you when those are installed. Right, some of the drivers appear to have installed, and I don't know if you can see the mouse pointer there, but that is working. Mouse pointer is working there. When the keyboard is working as well. Now what I want to do is Windows P, and then we go to, if we're lucky, extended screen mode. Okay, let's see if it's actually detected an external screen yet. It seems to have done, so let me wait, the Display Link software is still installing. Wait, so let's leave this this running. Here we go, my friends. Here we go. It's going to happen any minute now. This screen is going to pop into life, and we're going to have. Oh, I'm a bit too excited. I'm sorry. Yes, there we go. There we go. That is fantastic. We now have a desktop PC. So we've got through this Belkin USB 3 dock, which is a fantastic bit of kit, by the way. I actually got two of these in use, and then putting one Ultrabook between them to make two desktops. But anyway, it's got Display Link, software in it and hardware which will drive DVI and DisplayPort over USB 2. It's got a built-in USB audio module. It's got a built-in USB gigabit Ethernet module. It's got the hub. It's got what else? There was one other thing. What is it? I can't remember. No, actually, that's it. So that gives you basically. Oh, it's got the USB hub. So that gives you basically everything you need to get going. Now, what I'm going to do is just going to sort this out. Right. Let's make this my main machine, and we'll put this one over here. Probably the audio is not sounding so good right now. So let me just do this, and then I'll fix the audio on the video. Right. Mind your ears. Okay. Now I've got the mic on my shirt. Right, now that should be working with everything positioned in the right place, and now I can start to demonstrate some apps with you. But first of all, let's see if the gigabit Ethernet is connected. Yes, internet is connected over gigabit Ethernet. And do we have two sound modules? We do. We have the USB audio, which is already connected to my, oh geez, there's so much crap around here. Let's put that over there, and if I can maybe switch this on, you'll be able to hear the audio over the loudspeakers here when I do some adjustments. Yeah, so that's working over my audio system here in the studio. Can you hear it? I guess so. Right, good. Now let me just set up the camera properly so we can start to do some demonstrations. Okay, we've got the WT8 set up on the dock here. I've done some cleaning up, and I've just copied over some benchmarking software. Of course, I'm just able to plug in a normal USB stick now that I've got the USB dock working here. And the first test I want to do is Crystal Disk Mark X. Oh no, it's 32, isn't it? We're on a 32-bit system here, not a 64-bit system. So we'll run 3 tests of 500 megs. It will take a little while. No, we'll do 100 megs, and let's see what we got out of this eMMC-based SSD. eMMC means it's not running the full SATA interface, and it's designed to be low power rather than high speed. So the first read speed that's coming in there sequential is 92 megabytes per second. I tested an Ultrabook yesterday with a hard drive in it that had less speed, so we're already beating modern hard drives in some cases. And I think when we get down to the 4K read speeds, you're going to see something like 4 megabytes per second, which is way better than a hard drive. So although these figures, when you compare it to other SSDs, won't be up there, they will be much better than your hard drives. And of course, don't forget, you're getting more ruggedness, less noise, less heat, more efficiency, and faster access speed as well. So you're not getting your 10 milliseconds or 7 milliseconds access times. You're getting, I don't know, what is access time on an SSD these days? 1 millisecond? Probably less than that. Let's see how much storage we've got left as well. 52 gigs is the partition size. So out of the 64 gigs, 52 gigs is free. Oh, wait a minute, there's 12 free? No, 24% used. 12 of 52 used. Okay, so there's 40 gigs left. So that's not too bad, considering you can put in a micro SD card of 32, 64 or 64 gigs. You've got enough storage there for your video files and your audio files for a device like this, and you've got enough for the operating system to expand over time. And that's obviously what happens with Windows. Your start point is not going to stay, your start point in terms of space gets less and less and less over time. After a year or two, you'll probably be wanting to reinstall from scratch this. Good thing about Windows 8 is it's very easy to take disk images, and it's very easy to reset to factory settings, and also to reinstall the apps and have all your account details, passwords and stuff that are stored in the cloud reinstalled through your Microsoft account. So the read speed, 4K read speed on this is 14 megabytes a second. That's really quite good. And 13 megabytes per second for the write speed. So 4K read and write speeds are very, very good on this. And I say very, very good. That is in comparison with a hard drive, and even in comparison with some SSDs, certainly cheaper SSDs I've seen over the last years. That's really not bad. So we're not breaking the 100 megabyte a second read speed sequentially, but it's really not bad at all, that. So we'll just let that run through. For those of you watching on YouTube, I've got a live session running in the background. We're doing a Hangout on air as well, so you might see me refer to some questions from people that are on the Google Hangout. That will go up on YouTube as well. So God, there's all sorts of stuff going here. And actually, I'm not actually using a laptop anywhere in this setup. I've got a Chromebook running the Google Hangout and this tablet running the tests here. Right, that's it. I'm going to save that. So that's the great thing. This is a tablet. This is a 330 gram tablet. I haven't even checked the battery life. I haven't even plugged it into the mains. There's 73% battery left on this. You know, this is the sort of, this is SmartBook. This is smart device. This is high dynamic range. This is not your silly Android tablets that attempt to do their desktoping with their lack of multi-windowing and lack of rich applications. This is where it's at if you want to do complete the dynamic range of usage between always on connected, so getting notifications, getting calendar notifications, Skype notifications while it's off for days on end, through to doing desktop work. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Right, let's just get that. And of course, it's the great thing about it is, oops, he makes a mistake. The great thing about it is that it just feels like my desktop. Everything is the same, so I'm just going to cut that and save that. Save as, come on, it's taking a little time to save. Right, we want to save that under, what's going on there? Huh? Okay, save it under, so I've got to huh? Okay, 1 second. It was trying to access a network drive. I don't know why it was doing that. So we'll save that as CDM. And now we're going to do kind of a fun test more than anything. We're going to do the Crystal Mark 2004 test. I'm going to turn the screen a little bit that way so that the people in the Hangout can kind of see a bit of what's happening. I'm going to just check you can see everything there. Everything's going well. Good. And we will start the Crystal Mark test. And I'll only run this until the score reaches what the netbooks were achieving in 2011, which is about 22 to 24,000 Crystal disk points, and I guess it's going to reach that after the first 2 tests, but we'll see. The first netbook I had, 2006, was it was a total of 10,000 points, and we've just got 9,560 on the first part of the first test. So this is going to blow, this is going to go to 100K, which will be pretty amazing, which will be as powerful, will actually be the same result as we had on the Lenovo Yoga 11S running the Core i3 Y series 1.4 dual core 1.4 gigahertz dual core system. So that is really impressive. 24,000. I can stop the test now. 24,000 off the first CPU. That's the ALU test, and we'll go into floating point tests now. These first tests are still relevant today. We'll have a memory test and a hard drive test, but when we get to the graphics tests, the last one, the OpenGL one, is probably still valid, but it's probably not so important. We'll just run through the memory and the HD. Already at 38,000 points on the Crystal Mark score. Download it and run it on your own laptop. If you've got a laptop that's over 3 years old, you probably won't get these sort of scores. You'll probably be getting less. And cheers, I do deserve a drink. If you've got questions in the Hangout, drop them in using the Google Hangout tools. I've never been on that side of the Google Hangout, so I don't know how you actually ask a question, but I will see it come up on the screen here, and then I can answer your question. 57,000, 60,000. Just running the memory tests. Maximum read speed on the memory was 8 gigabytes a second. We've got the hard drive test now. We should see sequential reads of just about 90 megabytes a second. 84. The write speed was about 40, 45. Max 44. And then we've got the 512K and the 64K block size read and writes. We'll just run those through and I'll stop the test. And that's already at 75,000. So just doing a YouTube test here. We're running a 1080p screen, windowed here. I'm just going to put it full screen, and it is working really quite beautifully. It has no problem decoding 1080p. Now the bit rates of 1080p on YouTube aren't that great. I think I was talking about 4 megabits per second maybe, but I'll try a local 30 megabits a second file in a minute. Looks really nice. I suppose it's not important how it looks like, it's important that it's actually decoding that and not dropping any frames. It certainly looks smooth to me. Good video as well. Okay, that's enough of desktop tests that we've been doing here with the Belkin USB dock. Let me just show you how easy it is to just undock that. That's it. So the screen's gone now, the keyboard has gone now, the mouse has gone, the gigabit Ethernet has gone, it's switched over to Wi-Fi, and there was a USB stick in there. And the audio, external audio has gone as well. So we're back to a tablet as we were as we took it out of the box. So what do we need to do? I need to do a quick video test. I'm going to go to the desktop. I'm going to just shut down a couple of these windows here, and we're going to run a fairly hefty video. This is a content's not important. In fact, it's pretty dark actually, this content. This is a 50 frames per second, 30 megabits per second, 1080p video taken directly from a camera. I just tested this, and it seems that it's using about 5% of CPU to play back that H.264 with a Dolby AC3 soundtrack. So that's really pretty impressive. Let me tell you what the audio is like. Right. Oh, that was a quieter. Huh? Okay. We might need to do something with the music app before we get that going. Let's have a look, see if we've got anything. Hopefully my content will just pop up. Let's just give that a second. Yeah, there we go. So some of my content here from the cloud. Let's just play a track and see what the audio is like. Ooh, I'm gonna get done. How can I do this without getting the video banned on YouTube? So, alright, let's just quickly do something. I'll tell you what it fits. It's loud. It's loud. It's stereo, but it's not a very comfortable sound. It's a little bit piercing, to say the least. So it's going to be good enough for Skype. It's going to be good enough for notifications and maybe some background audio. It's loud enough for that. Right. I want to talk to you about the. Why can't I close the app from top to the bottom, please? It's not letting me close that app from top to bottom. What? Okay, we'll leave that running. Right, browsing. There's that 1080p video I was watching a little while ago. Engadget. I hate these little notifications. This is so quick. Browsing is really nice. desktop quality. Nice zooming. Of course, I'm doing this in Internet Explorer on modern, but that is really, really nice. The only thing about Explorer modern is it doesn't wrap the text when you zoom. But let's go to Google Plus. This is happening over Wi-Fi, 2 walls away from the hotspot as well. So reception may not be that cool. But there's Google Plus working. Oops. And you know, Google Plus is a pretty heavy. Ah, geez, I just hit an advert. There we go. Google Plus is pretty hefty in terms of usage. But that is working smoothly. That's really nice. Good. Screen is IPS. Let's just check the brightness. And we do that with this. Okay, that goes fairly bright and fairly dark, which is important for nighttime reading. That's nice and bright. It's not outdoor brightness, of course. Nothing really is, to be honest, but that's good enough. Good. All right. Now, this video went on for quite a while. Thank you for watching if you got to the end of it. How on earth do you close apps? Can I just... Okay, so we're not closing apps today. Right. So that is the... Okay, we're back. That is the Toshiba WT8 64 gig version, Windows 8.1, running on Baytrail Quad-Core. And of course, going to be doing loads of tests on this. This is a really significant device for me, and I think many other people. And that really is the real, I think, the best demo you can give on Windows 8.1. The dynamic range of it is so huge that you can go from a tablet that's going to last you for 10 hours through to a desktop with gigabit Ethernet connectivity, an external screen. I could put a second external screen on that as well. External audio, external hard drive, and that's how simple it is. This Belkin dock is an absolute gem. Costs about $190, but it's worth it. It's really, really good. That's it. Before I get really overexcited, I want to wish you a really happy Christmas. This is the last video of 2013. Let's just bring that there so I can say thanks directly to you. It's been a good 2013. Looking forward to 2014, of course, where we're going to be doing more of these kind of studio videos, which I think is really important these days on YouTube, to get some quality content out there rather than those really short PR videos, you know, press event videos that we all try and get when we go to CES and MWC. Have a great 2014 New Year, Christmas, whatever you do over this holiday period, and we'll see you in the new year. Don't forget, subscribe. Where is it? Is it down there? And we're on Google Plus and ultrabooknews.com, umbcportal.com, and my name is Chippy on Twitter. Thank you. See you again soon.